Hi friends, this is Darcy from Food for Your Life, Food for Your Soul. Wanted to do a quick video this morning on what you could do with some of your old onion scraps. I know a lot of people out there are trying to go towards some no-waste kitchens. And so what I decided to do, recently my father-in-law had a lot of onion scraps from making enchiladas for a enchilada sale at his church to raise money to send the youth to winter camp. So I don't know, I'm gonna say over the last couple of years, I've got the family pretty well trained to not throw away food waste, that I actually have a bucket for compost that they know to like save stuff for. So he had put all the onion scraps into like a little Walmart shopping bag and had it sitting on the counter for me. So instead of composting these things, I decided to actually put them in the freezer to freeze, because I thought, well, maybe I'll just kind of save them for when I make bone broth and have my vegetable scraps. But, you know, like, I'm gonna assume like everybody, sometimes that freezer space is a hot commodity. Like, you start putting things in there and then it starts taking up room and space, and then it's just like I have all these vegetable scraps that I save for bone broth, and I thought, well, there must be something else I can do with these veggie scraps, because they were all kind of in a Ziploc bag. So I decided, well, I've been experimenting with my dehydrator recently. Why not put these things on the dehydrator and try to make onion powder? So that's exactly what I did. I took those onion scraps that were just basically peels and the tops and the bottoms of the onions from his enchilada project, and I threw them on my dehydrator trays and decided to dehydrate them. And then when they got soft, I actually decided to grind them up with my little Mr. Coffee grinder, and then put them in a mason jar that I can vacuum seal and then use it for later. So that's what I did, guys. And so it's relatively easy. I'm gonna say, since they are onion peels, the dehydrating process is a lot quicker than maybe dehydrating some other things. So this is something that you can probably put on low heat in a dehydrator. And I don't have one of those fancy ones. I actually have the Presto, which I think is like set at like 165 degrees. But anyways, put them on the trays, and within a few hours, they're pretty well dried out. The only thing I do have left is some of those bottoms need a little extra longer, and so, you know, they're on the trays right now. But I kept an eye on them, and when they're starting to get brittle, that's when you kind of like maybe take them off the trays, and then that's just time to kind of, you can pulverize them with a grinder or your blender or your food processor or something like that. Since you know, small batches, you can probably get away with a coffee grinder. And I'm gonna say, for me recently, I actually went online to eBay and bought an extra like bowl, the holding bowl, and the top for my particular model of coffee grinder, so I can have one that I can dedicate to herbs and things. And so if it, like, the blades get all dull and it kind of breaks down on me, it's not going to be, you know, too much heartbreak if my little coffee grinder isn't grinding my beans. So I've got one bowl dedicated for my coffee, and then another one that's going to be dedicated for doing some of these other things if I'm working in small batches. So that is what I suggest. So hopefully you'll find this video helpful, and just see it as a nice little hack that you can use, and as you may try to be going towards a zero waste kitchen. Because, you know, I'm just gonna say, pennies you can pinch here and there, it may not seem like much. I mean, onion powder at the store, pretty simple, but I'm gonna tell you that this stuff has a whole lot more flavor than anything that I'm gonna find at one of those little box stores, like, you know, I'm not gonna put names out there, but you know what I mean. A lot more flavor, and then by vacuum sealing it, you know, it's going to be shelf stable for quite a while. So anyways, hopefully you'll find this helpful, and I will hopefully see you guys again next time.